Well, hey there, howdy, folks. It's Doug again. I'll give you a little update on what I've done. Honestly, if you've been paying attention to my channel, I went all the way up to Houghton, Michigan, and I fucking won my court case. So I won $5,000 from this guy, and this judge was like trying to send me a message like, "Do not get involved with these wrong people," which I already knew the answer to that, like totally. But I'm making this video today, right now, because it means a lot to me. And Doug saves Barbara Bush. And her old ass just died. Her old ass just died. Okay? And she died. And it's not my fault. But one old ass fucking lady dying of old age is not my prerogative. Don't give a shit. Care at all. Oh, cool. Some old ass fucking lady died. Yeah, and she was very wealthy, and that's too bad. I bet she had the best fucking doctors in the universe to help her stay alive as long as she could. And I didn't know her. I didn't know her at all. It's not my problem. Um, Not my problem. But she did die, and that's not celebrating that. But what I will say is that her fucking son enacted a war in Iraq that killed at least 1 million civilians. I'm not talking about the military. I'm not talking about Iraq. I'm not talking about anything. 1 million civilians died in the Persian Gulf because of her son. And we're supposed to write that off like it ain't no big deal. Oh, too bad. 1 million civilians are still dying to this day in 2018 because her son enacted a war, an illegal war, by the way. And you can uh, justify the semantics of that. You can play pretend like he didn't like, oh, enhanced interrogation. Can you imagine if Barbara Bush was uh, subjected to enhanced interrogation techniques? No, but 1 million people died. At least 1 million people died because of her son. And then that old bitch died, and now we're all supposed to feel bad for that one old fucking lady. But that one old lady, her son, killed at least 1 million people, civilians. I'm not talking about military. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about little human babies and their mothers and fathers. All have died because of that motherfucker. Her son made an illegal war. And I'm getting very heated and I'm very upset about this because so many people give a shit about Barbara Bush. I could care less about Barbara Bush. Do not give a fuck about Barbara Bush. You're gonna ignore 1 million people, all their moms and dads, little fucking babies died because of that fucking piece of shit, her son, and that's okay. No, American civilian media, like, oh, poor civilians died, and then they're gonna get all weepy-eyed because of Barbara Bush. Unfortunately, I have a different perspective, and unfortunately, I think my perspective is correct. 1 million people fucking died. At least 1 million civilians died. Moms and dads and shit. Because of her son. And their interaction in the Middle East. We're supposed to get all weepy-eyed because of that fucking bullshit. Her one fucking old woman died of old age and she's a fucking millionaire and they kept her alive for as long as possible and we're supposed to be all fucking, oh, Barbara Bush, I'm so sorry you died. No. I'm being very candid here and I'm speaking from the cuff. I can't sit here and just say like, oh, Barbara Bush was so great. Who gives a shit about the million other people that died there? I'm sorry. No, I won't do it. So, you don't like me? That's great. But I feel bad. I feel worse for those little babies that didn't have a chance in the fucking world, and the moms and dads that had to sit through and suffer and watch their little kids starve to death. instead of an old lady who's a fucking billionaire and who had fucking 100 million doctors trying to keep her alive. I'd rather feel bad for those little kids and those moms and dads that had to watch those little babies die and then die themselves instead of one old fucking bitch. And so call me a tyrant, call me whatever you will. It hurts me more than you'll ever know. And I do feel bad for that old bitch. And I'm sorry that he is her son and that he started that fucking war. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. If you think I'm gonna sit by and just let that fucking shit fly by, you're wrong. So if you are watching this, I do appreciate it. If you do hear me out, please forgive me on this video because I am speaking off the cuff. Um, if you are watching, you are the resistance, and I hope that makes you feel better. So with that being said, I do. Thank you. Bye bye.